One of the interesting questions about the movement of positions in a society over time is what is the reason behind changes in the mindset of the society. In context of progressivism, this question becomes quite important as the whole progressivist ideology is based on the idea of constant change to a better ideal, no matter the environment. If the values from the parents are transferred to the children as it is, why does the societal position move from one to another at all, not considering few environmental deviations that are uncontrollable? Plato mentions three ways of analyzing speech: pathos, ethos, and logos. The three factors can be applied just as they are to the societal confluence, considering what is society other than a giant communal form of expression by way of speech, thoughts, expressions, and acts. The group is not merely an interdependent speech zone. However, it could be simplified as such, for without any sort of communication there would be no group orientation, and in presence of such orientation there will always be a proto-society, at the very least working behind the screens. Pathos forms the positive schema of what the society does. The ethos forms the negative cutoff. People are driven by desires to do specific action, and the desires are dependent on the way the people in the society perceive the happiness of themselves lying on. In such a journey, what all offensive things that are disliked en masse form the ethos. There is no inclusion without exclusion. The society, which always starts from the common principle, deviates to the territory of creating a maximally desirous place in such a way that least offense occurs to the accepted ethical views of the society. Trying to tie the ethos to the pathos is the working of most of the society, wherein people try to achieve the best they can under certain rules and regulations, which are specifically made to curb what the society finds reprehensible. In such a way, the slow change of the ethical ideals becomes the task of the opinion formers, while the job of inciting passions and emotions becomes the job of idea salesmen. Yet both of these newly characterized professions, and the tussle and harmonization of them, remains second fiddle to the extent of the capabilities of the professionals in these fields to the capabilities of the logos, which drives the society in the long run. The short and medium term disruption are no match for the overall trend of the society that is decided by the principles bubbling in and holding place in the society, which is why societies with similar base principles are very similar in other respects. The culture is downstream from the structure, and the structure is what Plato tried to expand on in his book The Republic, and the individual and collective opinions are just less relevant children of the overall grand design of the human civilization. Hence, the society is restricted to only a few viable options, making the fast racing society an ardent task to handle and switch in a different direction.